Hello everyone, Arachnophobia here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be returning to some more Legends of Runeterra. I'm going to be playing some of the ranked mode. Initially, I had called this a Road to Diamond series, some kind of naming scheme that I had initially wanted to go for, but I felt like it would be a little bit more interesting if I played it out a bit more freeform and just kind of did what I wanted to do and not really constrict myself to a specific format quite yet, especially since I'm still new to Runeterra content. Road to Diamond has been done for like many games for a while, so I think it's just a little more interesting to maybe see various perspectives of the climb that doesn't necessarily always align itself up for a series of that format. It's still going to be relatively the same for the most part, but it gives me the freedom to potentially do something a little different if I want to. So we're here playing some more Runeterra. I think I have, let me click this. We're as you can see here, we are 20 LP and bronze 4. Yeah, we're pretty low. We're pretty trash at the game. My last video was freaking awful. I fucking sucked. My deck was terrible. So in between videos, I played a little bit on stream. We built some actual decks from that other people have built and climbed with and used to good success. And now we are going to hopefully use that to climb ourselves. We've already made it out of iron. I didn't feel like it would be super interesting to watch me climb out of iron. It's, you know, the lowest rank, but you know, once we get to bronze, I feel like it's a little bit more interesting, a little more intense. You know, things are starting to get more get crazier, and there's still that room for improvement. So I can make some mistakes and notice those early on. Whereas if I waited until like gold, maybe those mistakes that I initially had playing the game have already been shored up, and you guys will miss that content. I feel like that's pretty helpful to see sometimes, is various, you know, seeing the mistakes of people make and watching them clear up those mistakes so that you wouldn't make them yourself. So in between those the crappy video where I just made a crappy deck and didn't do anything with it, I have built 3 new decks. So all 3 of these decks are recommended, or not recommended, but these 2 right here are particularly crafted by the streamer content creator known as Swim. He's I guess one of the best card game players that are out there right now. I guess he's been known to play other card games like Gwent and Artifact maybe. I think those were the 2 that I heard him talk about the most. I'm not sure if he played anything else besides those. But he plays this a lot. He's really high ranked, you know, one of the main persons creating and analyzing the meta and creating decks that are really good for it. He's also created some budget decks as well. So one of the decks that I really like is this Jinx Face deck that he created. If we go in and edit it real quick, I can show you. Really, this just takes advantage of a lot of early game Noxus powerhouses to kind of hit your opponents really fast and really hard. And so this is a deck that I really liked. It's also one of the cheaper decks because it utilizes Jinx, which you get 2 copies of for playing from the starter deck, and you also get Draven from the starter deck. So this is a relatively cheap deck compared. It also takes advantage of all of your discarding mechanics so that you can hopefully level up Jinx and win through that means. So it's pretty fun. I really like playing this one. One of the better decks is the Spider Swarm deck and the this one. This is one that we're going to play today, but I just wanted to show these off a little bit. So the Spider Swarm deck, this is called Dawn Spiders. Basically, this takes advantage of Dawn Speaker, one of the Demacian cards. There we go. This is one of the Demacian cards. Basically, if an ally died, buff the rest of them, and as you may expect, a lot of these cards are going to take advantage of that. These guys can find various ways to die, and you can even take advantage of just killing them yourselves or using them for a really impactful block that will give you even stronger units the next turn. And this is one of the decks that Swim came up with. This is actually a more meta strategy. This one actually is one that he is like, I think, put on tier 2. So it's not as like a budget friendly. It's not as budget friendly as the other deck that I showed off here, but it's way more powerful if you, especially if you pilot it properly. And the champion here, Elise, is actually you get 2 of as well at the start of the game. So this is one of the main reasons I built the spider variants before I built any other main deck, is because Elise is actually really easy to get. And you can also, I also got a 3rd copy just actually recently. I played and got wrecked in an expedition, and I got a copy of Elise. So I have 3 copies now. You get 2 of them at the start, and even with just 2 of them, you can actually perform pretty well with these decks. And then finally, let's talk about today's deck that we're going to play a little bit of. I haven't played this one yet, but this is supposed to be a little bit better. This one doesn't take as much advantage of the kind of reviving mechanics that they have, but more so the fear that these spiders have, which is why I called it Arachnophobia, because I'm funny man. And so this takes advantage of the fear, the swarm potential, and eventually we will use frenzied skitters to lower the attack of our enemies so that we can swarm the board and go for like a huge lethal play while they can't attack or block because they'll be feared. Additionally, we have some endgame powerhouses such as Darius and Crowd Favorite to hopefully close out games, while also having a couple of combat tricks such as Brothers Bond that can help us during combat in order to overwhelm our opponent. So this is what we're going to be playing today. For this deck in particular, I will mention this real quick before I go on. 3 copies of Crowd Favorite. This is the build or the list that he has. I get all of these lists from Mobilytics. Mobilytics is where I found all of the decks and where most of the builds for these decks are found. They list all the cards. Sometimes he'll give a nice little description of how it works. So I recommend checking out Mobilytics. You can also find decks from other creators as well. You don't have to go for Swim's decks particularly, but I liked the Swim decks. They were pretty strong, pretty cheap, and that's what I was looking for. So that's what we're doing right now. If you have another copy of Crowd Favorite, use him. I decided I wanted to wait a little bit because I'm actually in my rewards section leveling up Noxus at the moment. So instead of using a wild card on him, I wanted to just go ahead and see if I can potentially draw one, especially on this like capsule here. So that's what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and play a few matches, 1 or 2 matches, see if we can manage to do pretty well. We play some ranked, 20 LP, bronze 4. We're pretty trash right now, so hopefully we can learn and improve. I hope I picked the right deck. Did I actually pick the the right deck? I think I did. Yeah, I'm really having a lot of fun with this game. I hope you guys are enjoying some of the content because I personally am enjoying it quite a lot. Our opponent's playing a fairly similar deck to us. Probably trying to use Callista. I'm going to keep the Brothers Bond. And I'm going to try to find a early game ally. I definitely want the Elise because we can summon it on turn 2. And we're going to hold the Brothers Bond for the potential combat. Crowd Favorite. Ooh, that's not a good draw. Hopefully we get an earlier game unit. I guess Elise is kind of okay. Is he actually... Man, everyone's just getting these decks real quick. Okay, so this is going to be a... Seemingly going to just be a mirror match. Oh my god. 5-1. I think we're just going to summon the Elise right off the bat. Okay, so I think she has Fearsome. Yeah, so this guy can't block because she has Fearsome. Oh, that guy... No way. I'm pretty sure it has to be below 3. Yeah, with 3 or more power. So it has to be 2 or less. Man, he really opened up all of the units that I needed. So if an ally died this round, summon... Since I do have this in hand, I'm just going to actually go. I'm actually going to go. Because I can summon another Elise. I did manage to draw 2 of them. He's going to block the Elise, of course. There's no reason not to. He might even block this. So this will clear his board, and I'll still have an Elise to play later in the match. And then we could play this. Our mana coming from the earlier round paying off quite nicely. And this will give our Elise level up potential in the next turn. We're gonna hold off on Elise until he spends his mana because we don't want him to potentially destroy or kill Elise with any of his spells. So we can't block right now because he's got Fearsome. And it's kind of wild, man. Everyone's already building like the the top strategies. I could have used Brothers Bond to do whatever. I'm gonna play the Aristocrat to I'm gonna play the Aristocrat. Hopefully he uses some of his mana. There we go. There we go. Now we can play the Elise.
I'd follow you anywhere.
Of course you would.
And we have a turn 4 crowd favorite. We're in a really good spot here. Turn 4 crowd favorite. Oh man, that's really nice. And this will be a max crowd favorite.
The people are my strength.
So this is really nice. We're in a good spot. We also have Brothers Bond to deal with certain stuff. So let's go ahead, summon the Elise, summon this. We're going to bring this first. We'll bring this. And I'm actually going to hold on to the to this spider because we're not going to actually. I might actually. What is this? House spider. Might as well just get rid of it, right? I don't want him to actually have the possibility of using Elise himself. So. Yeah, I think it's fine. We can't play Brothers Bond, unfortunately. He's actually going to block that? Okay, so he has the Brothers Bond, which will, unfortunately... It won't actually get rid of our Elise, that's fine.
No fear.
Did she not summon a Spiderling? Oh. I'm glad I held on to a spider then, because I thought for sure she summoned a Spiderling. So we'll see. Nice. 2 Brothers Bond. We can summon this. Drain to kill. That's fine. And then we're gonna summon this. Oh, we got the allegiance. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, we're in a really good spot here. We're in a very, very good spot here. If he swings, we block with Aristocrat and get another spider. But he's gonna drain again. Interesting. We can actually just straight up win next turn, I believe, because we have... This is 4, 8.
I must get out of here.
Yeah, we're just gonna swing. We're gonna swing, see what he does. He can't block these guys. He could burst at Brothers Bond. He will. He will burst a Brothers Bond. I have enough. Now let's boost him up. GG. I have the Brothers Bond too, friend. GG. Alright, that was pretty good. We're playing an aggro deck, so these duels are a lot faster than like some of the other decks that we may have played. Rank up. I think it's kind of crazy that people are already catching on to some of these like meta strategies within the ranked. Because when I play, coming from the Yu-Gi-Oh card game that I play, a lot of the lower ranks are people who kind of enter ranked without building any of the tiered decks. So it's kind of interesting to actually see tiered strategies in these ranks and compete pretty competitively within all of them. This is more along the lines of something I would expect to see in this rank, where it's kind of a hodgepodge kind of mix match of decks. I don't want to get Glimpse Beyond. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but I want to go really fast, so this is going to slow us down a bit, so we're going to actually get rid of it. Okay, that's good, that's good. We do attack round 2 as well, so we can put some big pressure on him. So we can summon this guy. Or do I summon the Elise? Oh. I think we go for the Elise.
In the shadows.
Go for the Elise. That's not a good idea. Yeah, that wasn't such a good idea. That wasn't such a good idea. Oh well, we threatened him. I mean, Elise isn't super vital to this strategy. Elusive. I think we're gonna summon the House Spider. So is he playing elusives within the Piltover? Possibly. So I think next turn we'll play the Arachnid Horror. So yeah, we could play this. We'll play that if we need to. For now, we'll just play the Horror. If we get like if our opponent summons a pretty beefy monster.
Take from the rich,
Okay.
give to me.
So is that Nexus Strike? Create in hand an exact copy of a random spell from the enemy's deck. Okay. Let's see here. So he can actually block. So we're just going to swing with our 2 spiders. Or do I want to actually just get rid of this guy? We have 2 spell mana, so I'm thinking he's gonna block this, and then
This is a no-fly zone.
oh, yeah, that was maybe a misplay. I didn't even think about him blocking with her. Most people don't do that. Like, a lot of people don't really block with their elusives. So I think I might just. He's playing Piltover. Piltover do a lot of spells. Sinister Portal, the thing's adorable. I don't want to play the Glory Seeker right now, since we don't have attack. I will play another Horror though. See if we can get some momentum. I do have to fear the Mystic Shot. Mystic Shot is a very big removal tool that our opponent could use. There's another Elise. Nice. Nice, nice.
It's playtime.
Alright, so he could have a Thermo Beam. I think I'll pass for now. I mean, I'll block it, yeah. Okay. So the question becomes... So we have 5 mana. We can actually... Oh man, we could level up Elise. Is the thing. I'm gonna threaten again with Elise.
There's nothing to fear.
Let's see if he's got the actual Thermo Beam. Okay. Oh, Black Spear. I didn't even. Okay, that's fair. We're gonna play the Glory Seeker now. Now that his removal is pretty much gone. I mean, he does have... He could have the Vile Feast, but I'm not super sure he'll actually have that. So there's the spider. And we're gonna do this. No Mystic Shot. No Mystic Shot. I fully believe he would have Mystic Shot if he had it. Hecarim though. Ooh. I think we're going to fully go forward with the crowd favorite here. There we go. Next turn, he has the potential to have Vengeance. 7 mana. So we do have to be careful. Oh, nice. So there's Jinx. Pass. And then he's gonna... Oh boy. He's bringing out his monsters now. Kind of rough, kind of rough. We have to be a little careful here. I think we're going to block because this gives 3/3. So if he goes in, we're going to block. He's not going to go in. No way. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh man, we can't play this. He could have the Ruination. We have to be really careful with that. That's a pretty common spell people are playing. Ruination kills his field too, though, so we're just not going to overcommit. I'll swing with this guy.
Noxian strength.
Yeah. Actually, we'll swing with this guy too. I mean, I'm going to threaten the Jinx now.
Please, I have connections.
And he's going to block with that. Okay. Alright. Jinx dies. Okay, so he's got Elise. I want to say that now that he put Elise to the field, he's not going to actually have the Ruination. There's no way that you Ruinate if you have that board. So it's my turn. No, I also killed a unit. So he could have another Vile Feast. We're going to play around that. We're going to play around that. Because next turn we can level up. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we're going to play this. Actually, this. We'll block one of the 3s because we kind of need to. And we'll block this. And then we'll Ephemeral to kill the Hecarim.
So young.
Okay. I might put this guy out. I'm gonna put this guy out. Fresh offerings. If 3+ allies have died this round, summon Vile Maw. Okay. Understandable. I'm gonna... Ruination. There's a lot of cards that I should or should not play around. I think I go aggro. There's no way he Ruinates, right? There's just no way. So that's 3 spiders on the field. Alright, so this is a threat.
I pull the string.
This is a threat. He has to kill it. Okay, there it is. There it is. I kind of predicted he would have... Oh, never mind. That's another fresh offerings. Okay. I see. Pass. Okay, what is this? Thermogenic beam. Okay, so he had that. He actually had that. We have the spiders though, so at least we'll level up.
Smooth as silk.
We have the spiders. All right. So we're gonna play the Skitter, and this is going to. All right, we win. We win. We win. We 100% win. I didn't want to commit the last spider, but we win now. No, you go here. Bro. Yeah. Come here. 2. Come here. Alright, GG. Ooh, let's go. Alright. That one actually lasted a little bit longer. But... oh, I clicked a little too fast, but that's alright. We still haven't been able to play the Darius yet. Darius is another end game option that we have. Pretty uncommon to see it, but it's not too bad if we do. Alright, I wonder if, let's see. I think we have enough time for one more. These matches have gone pretty fast. It's kind of weird though, because sometimes the matches can last like 20 minutes and sometimes they last like 5 to 10 minutes. It really depends on like you and your opponent. So this will be the final. We'll play one last duel before the video ends. Let's just see how well we can do. Alright, we got a Karma Shen Lux. Ionia with Demacia. Kind of scary. He's playing... Karma decks are a combo of mid-range plus... Alright, so we have the initial go here when it comes to our mana. I do want to keep this though, because this could come in handy. I mean, he plays a lot of... This deck should play a lot of barrier, so this might actually not turn out to be a good idea. We'll go ahead and remove it, just to be extra safe. I want to try to get a turn 1 unit. A turn 1 like Spider or Hapless Aristocrat. And I think we'll keep the turn 2 House Spider for now. And I'll keep the Vile Feast for some plays. Ooh, an Elise, man. Not terrible though. Unfortunate we didn't get a play, but I think that's alright. So yeah, this they do have Ionia as well, so there's a really good chance that they have Deny.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
Alright. I think we'll go ahead and just throw out the Elise. Or I can Vile Feast. I might Vile Feast. I think we'll pass. We'll see what he does. I mean, he has 1 mana, so it's like, what's he gonna actually do? Get the block. And then we'll play the Elise.
I pull the strings.
And I think we'll save the Vile Feast for our attack. He has a play. He has a card. He doesn't have the Thermo Beam. He could have the burst speed spell. Nice. Arachnid Horror is pretty good. Go ahead and attack.
Skitter out from the darkness.
So we're gonna try to protect the spider because the house spider levels up our Elise. But if we can't, all right, let's see. Give an ally 3-0. Oh boy. That makes you sad, doesn't it? Feels bad, man.
tribute to the spider god.
Alright, house spider it is. I could have played the arachnoid horror. We can do that on the next turn.
Let me change into something more comfortable.
Oh, this deck's so aggressive. I love it.
Tales of our past are seeds for our future.
All right. So we're actually in a fairly good spot here. So he's buff. He's doing the hand buff stuff, but I feel like our deck just counters that. So we're about to put a ton of damage on field. We might actually have enough for a lethal. And we're gonna have 2 spell mana for Brother's Bond. Oh man, we're good. Hapless Aristocrat. That's 12. We're actually not going to be able to Brothers Bond for the win. So we're going to do a huge swing here. And I'm actually going to kill this guy. Because I don't want him to be able to do any kind of recall plays. Some of these elusive strategies will recycle that unit or some of their other units in order to keep buffing their hand. So we're gonna just get rid of it immediately. We have the means to do so. Alright, so we're not really gonna worry about that. I'll throw out the Aristocrat though. Throw out the Aristocrat. Ionia doesn't really run. Oh yeah, he's buffing up a lot. Buffing a lot, as you would expect. Oh, so we got the Frenzied Skitterer. Nice.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Yo, we can win. We can win. We're gonna kill this unit. Is he just gonna pass? He's not. Okay. So we take the Aristocrat here, the 2 here, and the 1 here, and we Brothers Bond. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Only 2 damage. So it only gives 2 damage. That's unfortunate. That's fine. We still have to Brothers Bond. It doesn't give this guy lethal over him, but oh no, dude, I'm an idiot. It only gives 2, so this lady still lives. Oh well. So we'll summon the Precious Pet. Man, I thought it gave 3 for some reason, but oh well. And then we can play the Frenzied Skitterer. So we're gonna go for a big lethal play. See what he summons. So we should have lethal here because we have Challenger, so we can just block with everything. Swap 2 allies, give them barrier. Okay. Oh. That's a slow speed spell though, so it goes to me. No, it keeps it on her? Damn. No way.
No more holding back.
Okay, we'll summon. We'll summon another one. And we'll summon another one. GG. Yeah, we have enough to deal with 3 blockers. Whew. He has 1 mana. There's like literally nothing he can do. There you go. GG. Your big 11-0 doesn't matter when you're dead. This is the power of this deck. You just go so aggressive, forcing a ton of plays from your opponents. He was 3 champions from Noxus or Ionia. Did I summon a Noxus champion? I didn't. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Whatever. So yeah, that's the power of actually playing a deck that's good. 3-0 Arachnophobia. I really do enjoy this deck. It's a lot of fun. I really like these aggro decks. The next deck that I'm trying to build is actually the Braum Vladimir deck. I think it looks like it looks a lot of fun to just outplay with and like make some really strong and fun plays. Big brain decks, you know. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to try out. But yeah, so he used like all of his mana that last turn just to deal with a single Elise, only to find out we have 2 in hand. Just a lot of value that we can get out of a single low mana card. I really like it. It's a lot of fun. You do have to be really careful with how you block and position your units, but if you can get a strong aggressive opener, then you can almost close out any match with a lot of spiders and some potential overwhelms if you draw your big dude, your big boy champions or Darius and whatnot. So a lot of fun. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Maybe you could learned a little bit as well. I'm still learning the ins and outs of the game. I'm still not prepared to do my own decks. I'm just going to keep doing what other people think is decent and kind of iterate on them as I go along and get better at the game. But for now, we're just going to have to keep on learning, and I am really excited to keep playing and keep getting better. So, without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed. If you're looking for more Runeterra content from my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you'll be notified when those videos go live. We'll be doing plenty more Runeterra content and even some Yu-Gi-Oh content if you enjoy maybe that card game as well. I know I know Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of one of those card games that it's like leave the strange one in the corner, but I enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, so I still play it and I still have fun with it. So maybe you can enjoy that as well. But otherwise, that is going to be it for me. If you have any deck ideas or maybe some thoughts on your own decks and whatnot, let me know in the comments. I'll probably be reading them, looking for tips and such, and all that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Later.